Well, Shawn, I wanted to talk to you. There's something I saw recently, and we're running into this, kind of more and more. And I think that it's a sign of some healthiness in the market. But I thought you could kind of touch on it a little bit. We're seeing more and more people come to us with vacant land. And with vacant land, with the idea that they can develop it, they can subdivide it, they can do all these things, and they don't really know how to do them. And I think that anyone that owns vacant land out there that's thinking about selling it, I think it goes back to the same thing. A lot of people think that I'm just going to call the county and have them, you split it into 3 parcels, and I'm going to tell them to give me the townhome zoning, and they think that process is really easy.
Yeah, it's a difficult process because not only do you have to look out for zoning, what is the master plan that the county has for that area? When you subdivide a lot, can you subdivide it into lots that are buildable for what you want to do? There's something called a setback line. What that means is the county has said that a building or a structure cannot be built within a certain distance of the property line. And if your house is in violation of the property line, I've seen people subdivide lots into lots that are not big enough to build a house on.
I had one recently where the guy wanted to subdivide a lot. He wanted the subdivision, the line of the lot, to go through a house.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to tear the house down. Well, I get that, but I don't think that a buyer is going to buy it with that there.
No.
That's an issue.
Right. Or you could just put a piece of white electrical tape down the center of the couch.
Right, there you go. It's good.
2 sides.
But so the other side of that is, on that same token, you're having people selling land that are looking for creative ways to sell it because maybe it's saturated. You're seeing more and more of those landowners developing or wanting to become builders. That's a whole other legal scenario that again, I think you start to look at the same thing. People think, oh, we can go into the real estate business. Oh, construction. I see all these homes being built up around South Tampa. Oh, I'm going to become a builder. That you're getting a lot of that. What are some of the legal risks? I think people need to understand what they need to do legally to set themselves up, to protect themselves and to set them up for success if they own land or wish to become a builder or move into the development crowd.
I think due diligence is the key. Due diligence is what they need to make sure that they can build what they want to build. Do they want to build residential? Do they want to build commercial? Do they want to build a mix of both? Getting the proper permitting from the county. And there's a ton of issues. The real estate contract was changed a couple of years back because there were so many issues with improvements being made without permits.
Correct.
Now, with a whole house, that'd be a little bit more
hard
difficult
to not permit it, yeah.
Right, but still, make sure all the permitting is in place. Make sure the zoning works. Make sure you can have that mix of what you want to. Do you want to build a 3-story building, a 4-story commercial building? Do you want to build an office? Do you want to build a retail? Do you want to build a house?
And I've had it happen where someone says, "Oh, well, you can do any of those things on this land." Okay, well, it's not really.
Subject to the county saying
exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
And then putting in the right infrastructure
right.
and then knowing that and the other side of it is setting up a company. I mean, it's not like you can't just become Andrew Duncan builder. I mean, you've got to have insurance. You got to set up a corporation. You've got to file. You don't have to, but realistically, you should.
Right. Well, and then there's issues of who do you want to hire as the contractor. Right, because the owner of the property is not going to be out there sawing wood and swinging hammers.
Correct.
So who do you want to hire as the contractor, and all of those issues play into it.
And I think a lot of people, especially right now, are underestimating that. I mean, I can't tell you how many people have called me up and said, "Oh, but I did a little construction a few years ago, and the market's going so good. I'm just going to start building homes." It's like, no, I don't. You really should talk to some people, and then they say, "Well, I'm going to hire a contractor, and that'll be easy." I saw an article this week in the news about how there's a huge construction worker shortage. All the builders are having a hard time finding skilled labor. A lot of the people that went into construction got out of it. Some of them are jumping back in now, or they moved or whatever. So, good luck finding that contractor when, this contractor's got a guy that's built 8 or 10 homes with him. Do you really think you're going to pull him away from that guy's job for your tryout?
Right.
I mean, really, that's what it becomes.
That was either in today or yesterday's paper.
It was, yeah. So there's a huge shortage in construction workers, and there's a lot of great things that come from things like this happening. There's innovation that comes. There's new development. We're going to talk after the break. There's a discussion going on about Georgetown, which is the 162-acre parcel on West Shore Boulevard on the water. now there's starting to be discussions of it being developed again. And again, there's a lot of great things that can come with new money coming into a market, new developers, new builders, but there's a lot of bad things that can come too. You can't trust the quality of work. They don't have a pedigree. They don't have a history. They don't have testimonials from clients. So we're going to talk after the break. We're going to talk a little bit more about new construction, some development coming to Tampa Bay, kind of what it means to you and what it means to the Tampa Bay real estate market after a quick break here on Nothing to Do a Show.